And I had to sit him down, like really get him to understand. Bills needs to get paid.
Yeah.
You get a bill. I'm Sara de la Rosa. This is my husband.
Jair de la Rosa.
And together we own Something Else Car Vinyl Wrap. We've been established since 2017 in business. Officially together, we've been together
12 years.
Married for 1 year. So we've been together for a pretty long time.
Yeah. All right, so Something Else Vinyl Wrap was started because it was always a passion of mine to work on vehicles. It basically showed the personality that you want it to be. So vinyl wrap is actually a paper or material or film that we place on vehicles and change the color of the vehicle, the texture, what you want it to look like, basically make it your own. And
just like your streetwear, because that's what we represent out in our culture. Living and raising in Brooklyn / Panama, it was always a big style thing. You know, you had to be fresh for school, fresh for a parade or anything like that. So same way we dress up, we dress our cars. You know, we want you to represent who you are when you step out on the streets, as well as what you're driving. You know, a lot of people take care of their cars. That was one of the biggest thing in Panama. You can be broke, but your car was always fresh. And that's something that we kept with our culture to bring out here in these streets in New York as well. So we're trying to make something different, and that's why we are called Something Else.
Being in business together, for us, it's not really a challenge. At the beginning, it was because it was just like, who want to control this, who want to do that. But I'm horrible at finances, so I just let my wife handle all the aspect of inventory and getting the bills paid and all these things. And I'm more of a artist type of way. I get the vision, as most people call me, like a surgeon, because of the way I take care and
how is with him with detail? This
detail,
man.
Yeah, I'm too picky. Too picky when it comes to, even if it's not my vehicle, I treat it like it's mine, and I think that's what people like coming here.
Yeah, he takes ownership, and that's one thing I give it up to him. He is the dreamer. I am the one to bring him back down to ground and bring him back to reality. Because at the end of the day, he has a gazillion dreams, and I'm just like, okay, we need to be realistic on what we can accomplish and how can we accomplish it. And so that's my aspect of me being in a relationship with him, which balances each other out, which is really great. Also being friends for so long,
it makes
that
the
it
job
turned, that we're company is just great. So it's usually, we can have our arguments and here and there, but you know, when it comes down, it's still a marriage, and that's something we need to go home to. So one of the biggest things,
we don't take the, whatever happens at work, we don't take it home. So
and we try to make the best of it at the end of the day, because I love cars, he loves cars, so it just kind of works out better for us. We'll be in the street and we'll just randomly always running. Oh, did you see that car in the street? Like it just is all around us.
Now the new thing is, oh look, I wrapped that one. Oh look, I did this one. And you're like, oh, you really? Oh yeah. And then that's how it is now.
Mm-hmm. I would say one of the biggest hurdles in the business that we have together is his kindness. Yaid is very people friendly, sociable. Not to say he loves to please, but he likes to make everybody, comfortable and, try to please people. Unfortunately, when it comes to that aspect, especially starting the business back then, I felt like everybody got a discount.
Yeah.
And I was like, we can't give discount out like to just anybody. So financially, we weren't making the profits we should have been seeing, just because how kind he was to everyone. And I had to sit him down, like really get him to understand. Bills needs to get paid.
Yeah.
You get it, business bills and personal bills. So
the problem with me and that situation is that, like, coming up in the car scene, every time I was trying to get something done to my vehicle, it was always like overpriced. Big shops with big names would take advantage of you, and it was just horrible. So it's like, for me to be who I want to represent or who I want to show, it was just always an issue with that, with like, oh, it was like $300 over the price, and it's just like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing this by myself, and now I'm one of the best rappers out here in Brooklyn.
Yeah. So we've pretty much overcome the like.
Yeah.
Just finally establish like what are reasonable prices we can, still be in the market and still be able to make
below
profit,
the market, and still make profit,
but still please our customers as well. Give them the opportunity that anybody can just come in here and we can work with you.
You don't have to have a $100,000 car to represent you. You could do it with anything you want, and we could make it. We will make it happen.
Yeah. So we've gotten that balance of studying what would be more comfortable for us. We've gotten a few clients where they've gone to big rap shops and they'll charge them like 3 times what we're charging, and we'll be shocked because it's like, again, it was probably a female walking into a vinyl car, anything with car,
And not just, I'm not trying to bash any like high-end shops that does this not, but it's just sometimes the customer will come to a small mom and pop shop. That's like, I don't know if that's the proper term to use that, but and we would do a way better job than those high-end companies, and that's how you build a relationship with the customer. And
so we're good now.
I mean, what I did to is just be ourselves. I would just stay humble, and then I just rap like I rap my own vehicles. I rap my friends' vehicles at first, and it was just I'd be like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, and then they just gave me that freedom. So now I have clients that be like, hey, I have X amount of money, and go crazy, and
I think your personality, to be honest, was one of the biggest triggers. Like our personalities, to be honest, because it's like they'll see me in the shop and they'll be like, "Oh, your wife is helping you?" Like, "Oh, who's that girl?" And like he'll be like, "That's my wife." And a lot of people was very attracted to that. Like,
like she raps?
Yeah.
What? I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
so that kind of helped a lot.
You want her to show you? Like,
but also just his personality, like how freely people could just come in and just ask him a question, and he'll stop working and give them the attention they needed. Not just, oh no, make an appointment, or just look on our Instagram. And I know he was like took the time to talk to people and build that relationship with people. He's not very sociable media person, so when it came to aspects, I had to push him a lot harder on that.
Like I'm a people person, and then it's that I get along with like everybody. It's just that vibe that I put out. I guess I don't know. I'm just
So then you could
very friendly.
Most of like his clients are now friends.
Yeah, so a lot of my clients it became like good friends, and they bring me stuff that I don't even ask for.
And so then they reference a lot of people to us. So that's just word of mouth, to be honest.
And they really
biggest key.
And then they really like I don't know, they like kind of like taking care of me. But I don't even know how to.
They got his.
They be like, hey, have you ate today?
Because they got your back. You got their back.
They be like, oh, have you ate today? Ja, you need to eat. Whatever. Oh, because they call me, my name is Jair, but it's hard to pronounce, so they call me Jay or Jaka, because that's like a nickname my parents gave me. So she called me one day at the shop, Dad, and it's just everybody was like, Jaka, what is that? So so they just like come and they look out for me. They be like, hey, is everything okay? Stop by. A lot of clients don't stop by after. So that's how I know I'm doing a great job, or I know I'm doing like
that relationship,
building that relationship with everybody, not just just getting them in and out, because they stop by. My wife looked amazing, but I was, what I'm saying, like I mean,
thank you.
I don't dress up all the time. I'm always like in streetwear because my job don't require any of those situations. But
we have history of fashion.
She have a background of fashion, and me too. Like so that the look for me, that classy but settled and street look, that's basically me. Because it's like I'm still classy and formal to go to anything that is at that level aspect, but
I'm still
Like
not a street boy, but
like I think that look for us, it describes us in a way due to the fact that, you know, we're solid, we're strong. You know, the red lipstick for me tells me that I'm very independent. But as well, seeing him in a black tie, show him how much he leads this family for me as well. That, you know, giving me the husband that I wanted to be, my prince, you can say. You know, I don't call you all that often, but you know, we complement each other. You know, if I look good, he look good in that aspect. So it's like we out in the street. You know, it's me and him out against the world. So that's how I feel that look represents us as being a strong, independent, powerful couple.
Yeah.
And you know.
And then that's another thing about myself is like I like to make sure that people or everyone else look good, because then it makes me look good without even trying or a situation. So that's why I take my work so passionate. That is just like, you know, if I know that he looks amazing in that car, or you know what I'm saying, if she looks amazing in that dress, you know, it makes me look good. They be like, hey, damn, he got that girl. But
in our culture, just being Panamanian is a really big thing for us. You know, I get a lot of the time that people didn't think I was Panamanian. They think I was Puerto Rican. You know, just being a Latina, it took, not to say, but it took an offense to me, because it's like, you know, why do Panamanian has to only be a certain color? And like, no, we come in various color. You get it? And, you know, I took pride of my culture because my parents taught me a lot about it. I went every year back home. So they would be shocked when you can kind of say the ghetto or the ratchet Spanish me would come out. So I take pride in it. He makes fun of me all the time. He's like, oh, I got a racataca, which is a ghetto girl in Panama.
Yeah, that's like the slang of it. But
yeah, but I represent my culture a lot, and one of my favorite things is having my Kuna Indian bracelet, anklet. In tradition, the Kunas wear it, and it's usually way bigger than this. And, you know, it's part of their culture that I try to bring out here, and I love. It's such a beautiful island of them. They're, you know, they're very independent. They have their own government, and you know, we try to protect them because they've been protecting themselves for years.
It's like a descendant, the last descendant. But yeah, you always try to like. I like to like acknowledge my culture. I was born in Panama, and coming here is just like, you see all the different diversity of people, but you still want to keep your culture. Like, you know, still want to show your kids or whatever the kids is that where we come from and who we are. So that's another thing that why I really got into this field. And yeah,
Give us a standard for us, Panamanian culture out here.
Yeah, to show what we got.